Good afternoon, guys. Good evening, whatever it might be, wherever you may be. Cece, I cannot hear you. I can see you. And we have SINGLEMOMOF4 joining us. And I don't know if anybody's coming in. Again. They'll show up, right?
Oh yeah, just get started. They come in as when they come in. It's okay.
Well, go ahead. You get started. You know
Oh,
what
okay.
I want to know what everybody's favorite song is. That's my thing.
Everybody's favorite song.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody asks, "Oh, where are you guys from?" You know, well, you're from all
Where
over the
the hell
world.
did
I
I
want to know
go?
what your favorite song is.
Oh, now I see the live chat. I see now. Okay.
Hi, Shalima. I figured out how to say your name.
See.
Is that right? Hello, Miley. How is everybody doing today? Good, I hope. Good. I'm so glad, Shalima. I had to ask my granddaughter
Aww.
how to pronounce it. She says it's sort of like my other granddaughter's name is Selena. So, hi, Justice. I have with me, guys, Miss Single Mom of 4. She's co-hosting with me today. And although I thought I found out where the mod buttons were, evidently I didn't. But Miss Cece is one of my mods today. So, hang on. I think I've got this figured out. Nope. Nope. It's not giving me the same option. Oh, it did give it. Why is the wrench, Single Mom, showing up on my phone but not on the computer? Hello? Single Mom? You muted yourself, hon. Shalima, you're one of my mods also, honey. I hope you don't mind. Well, I don't know where Single Mom went. I can't unmute her. Oh, her mic is not connected. There we go. Single Mom, you back with us?
Did I do it?
Yeah, you're
Yep.
good.
Okay.
Okay. You want to get this party started?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I got this. Um. uh, First of all, this has been a long 9 months of trying to find summer. I myself have researched, and I believe that what happened to summer was planned, premeditated, all those P's. Prepared, planned, premeditated. Uh, y'all catch the drift. Summer did not have a chance from day one. Those kids lived and seen things in their life, the Wells children did, that they should have never, ever, ever seen. I am beyond tired. I am beyond just everyday emotions trying to find summer. But I will tell you one emotion that sticks out. I'm angry that this process is taking its time. I'm angry that no one on Ben Hill Road wants to talk to the news people. Brian Enton was sent there from News Nation. They told him to basically stay away. Uh, Dr. Phil pretty much coddled the Wells. Oh, I know you didn't do nothing. So, and to me, Sheriff Lawson chooses to look the other way. Oh, nothing here to see. So I am pretty much, I'm sorry for the way I feel, but I'm angry at this situation. I'm just angry.
I think we all are.
Yeah, yeah.
We're supposed to be. We're going to discuss what Hunter's family said the other day on that video that JLR put out. What do you think about all that, single mom?
Well, okay. I could have sworn at the beginning of that, or I don't know about like the beginning, but am I the only one that heard or possibly could have heard before Summer died? Or am
Yeah,
I
no, I've
jumping
seen that
there?
today. I've seen that today. How about anybody else? Hello, Mrs. Kravitz.
I mean, I'm just saying, yes, I caught that before because, that's not the first time that's been put out. It's the first time JLR or JRO, whatever his initials are, put it out. But that one's kind of been put out by other YouTubers before, but that's the first time I caught before Summer died. That angered me. I am so sorry, but that angered me.
Yeah. Well,
And
I just can't believe that they knew all the stuff that they knew supposedly and never came forward with that information. I mean, Sherry stood right there and said that her other granddaughter, not Allie's kids, but her younger granddaughter of 8 years old, was touched by Don Wells, and she knew about it. And the only thing that she did was she herself did not go back to their house, but she allowed Allie to take all those kids back up there.
exactly. It's okay. It's like it's like you know I'm sitting on the fence about Jose coming out this past week. I really am, because I think that Jose brings out some good points. He backs up a lot of the things. I could see why it took him 9 months to come out, because if you're working on your mental health, well, guess what? It could take months to do that. And I give him props for thinking about getting his mental health and not just go on here like some of these other people have and start just talking. At least Jose had enough sense to get his mental health together. Now, I'm not excusing that by no stretch of the imagination, but I have illnesses. And sometimes before you go talk about important things, you better have your thoughts collected. I mean, you know what I mean? You better have to have your thoughts collected.
CC, single mom lives in Hawkins County. or Sullivan County?
I live in Sullivan. I'm 25 minutes from Bean Hill Road, where I'm in the county. Megan Boswell killed little Evelyn 2
Boswell.
years ago. Yes, I'm in the county. Megan Boswell did that. And that's another thing I'm angry about anymore. Man, they have these kids. I'm sorry, Nana's Angels, if I'm getting off track here, but you
You're
know,
fine.
that they have these kids that then the next thing you know, they're killing them. Little Joe Clyde Daniels here in Tennessee. I
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
I mean, little Joe Clyde was 5 years old, non-verbal,
Wow.
loved boots, loved apples, he loved life. You know, he peed on the floor one night, and his daddy killed him over it. It's just, it's not right.
Sunset, I agree. Those words do not describe how bad it probably was for those children, especially with
Right.
Cherry and Allie and all of them, knowing that Allie was probably right there with Don and Candace, giving them alcohol and drugs, and if she took those kids back up there after her mom told her about the touching incident, then she's just as guilty. Guys, I put the link in the chat and I'll drop it again. But if anybody wants to come up, they're more than welcome to come up and have your say. That's what
Yeah,
this channel is about.
yes, I mean, if they read in the description, it's an open panel. In fact, I think each time we do a live, it should be an open panel because that's more than what some do. I mean, you have your scheduled guest, right? But there are sometimes we need open panels. We need other people's, opinions and stuff. And I
Well, that's
see in
what
the
my
chat,
go ahead.
go ahead, baby.
No, I was just saying that's what this the whole reason I created this channel was so that everybody would have a say, so everybody would have a place that they could put their thoughts and their theories and their feelings out. Because I know I got agitated because nobody ever listened to me, and that's why I created it. Allie and
Exactly.
Company, Allie and Company didn't seem to understand that everything they pointed, painted the wells with came back on them since they chose to hang out there, knowing all that they knew. That's true, Mrs. Kravitz. And I don't know.
Exactly.
Cecil
Exactly.
could probably answer this a little bit better than I could, but I believe that there's something, maybe not severe charges, but there's some charges that can be filed against them if they knew of child abuse and didn't report it. Now, I know everybody in the state of Tennessee is a mandated reporter. If you see something by
Yes.
law, you have to report it.
Let me make something clear. For the state of Tennessee, now most states maybe you're only a mandated reporter if you're in like a doctor or something like that. No, ma'am. The state of Tennessee says, I mean, I'm on disability. And if I see a child being abused or something like that, see something, say something. I am a mandated reporter. It doesn't matter my position in life. Tennessee changed that years ago. Now, a mandated reporter started out how? For doctors, for people like that. But Tennessee decided to change it years ago. We don't care what your position in life is. If you know something, you see something, you say something. Well,
Right.
guess what? The Wells, Allie, Hunter, none of these
Robin,
people.
Robin Lane is a dental hygienist.
Yes, she didn't say anything, which leads me to say, do not get mad at me for this, but I believe everybody had their little parts in this on Ben Hill Road. They had their little parts, and it's sickening. And I saw in chat here, CC is correct. The problem with the state of Tennessee is their laws are too lenient. Not only their laws, but their punishment for them laws. You have these people like that go to prison, can be out in no time. And what are they doing? It was back in the time where Don Wells went to prison. He came back out and within the next day or two, his sister says he was back to abusing them again. So that's just, I mean, he didn't do that here. He did it in Utah. But my point is, some laws, of course, we all know what's that old saying? A person like that will not change. That's correct. But still, Tennessee laws and punishments, and I have worked on going to Tennessee representatives and asked for that to be changed. I I don't know, but some
hang on for
laws.
a second. Cece, single mom doesn't know them personally, and Mrs. Kravitz, I don't know if it was Robin, but I do know now. I do have to give this much to Sherry and Allie's daughter, True. That True did tell on another channel back, I believe it was in August, that her and her grandmother did call and turn them in over the shower deal. When she saw Dawn coming out of the shower with the baby, they did call CPS. And I believe that's what got CPS in there to start with, or not to start with, but when they were supposed to be showing up right before the baby or right after the baby disappeared. I think that's what got them in there.
And here's another. I see Sunset down there. She said, I think perpetrators write the sentences. Yes,
Pretty much.
agreed, Sunshine. Agreed. Especially here in the state of Tennessee. But I think that our lawmakers here in Tennessee, I can't speak for other states, maybe they, how do I put this out here? To me, they're enabling these people. They're enabling criminals, and it's wrong. It's crazy. But you are right, Sunset. You hit that 100%, darling. You got it.
Shalima, I want justice for Summer too.
I stand with Summer. And for CC, no, I did not know the Wells prior to Summer missing, but I got to kind of know them afterwards because.
Can you take it for a minute?
Yeah, I got this.
For a minute, okay.
Go do what you need to do, honey. I got this. I was in a group that did the prayer vigils for them. And so, yeah, that's Candace came to a lot of them, but Dawn, maybe one or two of them. I think the one he came to, he was kind of in a hurry to get gone. I mean, it's like I don't know, Dawn just acted like he didn't want to be there. So I got to kind of know them through these prayer vigils. I met the youngest boy. He came one time. I believe his name's Wyatt is the youngest. Sweet little boy. He was kind of off playing by himself, but he was a sweet little boy. I offered him a balloon, and Candace went crazy on me. No, don't offer my children anything. They no. Finally, I said, I had told Candace, I said, honey, I've got several. She huffed and puffed and she goes, okay, then hand it to him. But I mean, Candace is not even at a prayer vigil did she act like she was a parent of a missing child. It disgusted me. I mean, it literally disgusted me. And it's just,
I'm back. Sorry, single mom.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
That was my little 6-year-old angel.
Oh, I mean, people can get on, and I've been attacked for being at the prayer vigils because people were saying, what's your heart and things like that. Well, I think if you're going to question somebody about their heart, where's yours? I think you ought to question your own heart before you go questioning somebody else's.
Right.
2, I was there with pure intent, and nobody's going to tell me any different. Go look at my Facebook, Cynthia Bennett. I've got missing children galore on my Facebook, and I'm active in trying to find them. But people's going to get on this negative YouTube thing and say, "Where's your heart? Are you for real?"
Didn't you tell me you were in charge of a group here in
I am.
Tennessee?
Yes, I am still in charge of a Facebook group. It is called Missing Justice Tennessee. I am the.
I agree. Candace does know. Go ahead.
Yes, Candace knows what happens to Summer. I believe Don knows what happened to Summer. He was not at work all day that day like he claimed. It was proven he was not. And 3, Grandis, I believe, was not at that swim hole. I believe she was at the hospital. There is no way that morning Grandis could go to the hospital and be out within an hour. No, this is Holston Valley we're talking about here in Kingsport.
Right.
No. Even, you have some people, and they've said it to me, oh, it's COVID. They'll get you in there and out quick. No. I was just there a couple weeks ago with a real bad, my back went out. Not out, but it went out. I was there for 5 hours, and I was kind of hunched over and in a bad situation. So, I am glad that Grandis did the mic drop.
See, what are you asking such a small town about what?
Okay. Sullivan, I'll answer her. I think I know where she's going.
Okay.
Sullivan County is not, Sullivan County, where I'm at, is not considered small. Hawkins County, where Summer went missing, yes. And small, listen, predators, they don't care the size of your Tennessee is full of criminals. And it goes back to what Sunset had said. The laws are too lenient. The laws are too lenient.
Mrs. Kravitz, I think she's got more involvement than what everybody thinks. I really do.
Allie's intent was yes, bad friends, but they all have their small little part. And I will go back to saying that they all had their small little part. I think Hunter did as well. Or why would they be saying that he is having issues now if he had no part of anything? And I mean, I don't care today if I'm making sense or not. But I know what I have researched on this. But yes, Missing Justice Tennessee. I didn't get that out of my mouth. That's my Facebook. Y'all can go to it. It's Missing Justice Tennessee. You have any missing child that you want posted there, post it. We keep their names, their posters there. We do what we can do to help find a child.
And we are glad for you, Cynthia. Like Cece said, we're glad that you're running that group.
Oh, thank you. It just popped up on mine. Remember, I don't care to tell everybody I get a $50 off on my internet, and I'm getting half of these comments, but it's okay. What do you think?
Hunter, I think there's a chance Summer choked to death on a suite that was on the back seat. That's why she was alive at Sonic's, but a few minutes later looked dead on the milk photo. I don't know. In my opinion, I think that she was on her way out, if you understand what I'm saying, when they made it home, because otherwise she would have been in that hot truck for that however long it took to get from there to home, and the dogs would have picked up something in that truck. So I think she was still alive when she got home. She may have been very close, but she was still alive. Is Joe in chat? Well,
Joe
hello,
is in
Joe.
chat. Yes. And it says, shoot, I'm late.
Radio gods. Hello.
It,
Thank you, Cece.
it's all right. It's okay, Joe, that you're late. We're good. And there's my radio gods. There's my girl right there. That's my girl. That's my girl right there.
They
Radio
did look proud.
god. So I think a lot goes back to they all had. I love you too, Radio Gods, baby girl. I love you too, sweetheart. Thank you
Guys,
for
here's
being
the
here.
link. If one of you want to come up, you're more than welcome to. I'd love to hear from anybody.
Open chat. That's open panel. I mean, it's there in the description. Open panel. I mean, I I believe they all, from Allie to they all had their little parts. I even think the sheriff has his. I'm sorry.
Single mom,
What?
Barney 5.
Yeah, Barney 5 has
What's
his has his hand in the cookie jar. You know what I mean? He's
I know
he
what you
knows
mean.
he knows all this. I don't know what kind of a case they're building, but Barney Fife, he's just looking the other way. I mean, if somebody else has an opinion on him, then they're welcome to say that's not right. Single mama four, that's not right. He's working as hard as he can work. Okay, come at me with that. But I have my own opinions. And because I think I was watching Scott H once. I'm sure he won't care as long as you give them the credit. They're not going to mind. And he had contacted our sheriff,
What?
which is Sheriff Cassidy, and asked about what if this happened here. Well, he had Megan Boswell in jail. The first one, or I think she changed her. He allowed the story to get changed 3 times. If anything, the Wells should be behind bars until this script is figured out correctly on the timeline. Does that make sense?
I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. Look at all the different parents that have been they put them in jail for small charges until they could build a bigger charge. And I don't see why Candace and Dawn both aren't on charges. Something to do with the kids.
Yes. If anything,
sorry,
they
Spirit Hunter, I agree that it would cause the fingernails to go blue if her hair was cut off. It would.
Yes. Another thing, I firmly believe something happened at that swim hole. And Candace, I'm sorry, they took her on home, and the baby may have, in other words, it started out an accident, and now it's a great big cover up. I firmly believe something happened at that swim hole.
Well, I really don't like the word accident, because even if it was an accident of what happened to her, it was no accident that her body disappeared.
And it was no accident of the way those kids were treated beforehand. Now, I'm going to back up and say something. Come at me all day long with, the Wells are innocent. The Wells are innocent. Okay. They may be innocent in the end of Summer's disappearance, but how they treated those kids ahead of time, oh, no.
Exactly.
No. What those kids went through and had to go through and stuff like that, oh, no, that's no.
Anna D agrees with you. Something happened at the swim hole.
Oh, well, thank you, Anna. I'm sorry. Like I say, my internet, I mean, she's seeing the comments come straight up, but I might not for a minute, because my internet goes in and out every day. But yes, thank you. I do. Something happened at the swim hole. I do not believe Grandis was there. I'm sorry, but I don't. She was at the hospital. Mm.
Stop saying you're sorry, single mom.
Well, I mean, that's part of my background, how I was treated. Sometimes, they say they're sorry a lot.
I know, I do too. But this is your debut. You're going to be a star
I
from now
know.
on.
Guys, am I doing okay? Put something nice in the chat for me and let me know I'm doing okay. And maybe I think I'm doing all right. So,
You are doing fine. I think you are.
like I say, and here's the thing that I always go back to: who saw summer last? I
Right?
mean, I get the answer that the boy supposedly seen her going out the back door. Okay, but I mean, it just, I don't know.
Single mom, are you the one that was in the prayer group and you changed you had to change your heart?
Yes, yes, yes. Uh, I had, okay, here's the backstory on that. I had told Candace, no, 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 no. I blamed Candace without proof. And so the next week, when I went back to the prayer group, I made up, I was listening to social media, was what I was doing. That was a big mistake. Y'all could come at me with that. I'm cool with that. I have made peace with what I did with
You're
that.
fine.
But anyway,
Anna
I
sends you
made,
hugs.
I have, oh, thank you, Anna. Oh, she said you were wonderful hugs. Oh, I thought I recognized that voice. Oh, mm, I've got a strong voice. You're doing great. You are the Summer's voice. That, thank you, CC4. That's my whole point. I want to be the voice for Summer.
Oh,
But
really?
yes,
Spirit hunter, listen. Look, single mom. She was seen at the shop laughing and talking to people.
so
So
she
she
looked
looked
fine.
fine. But then she looked all slumped over in the milk picture.
Okay. Also that day, um,
Hello, Daisy
they
Cassidy.
cool to hear at Single Mom. Oh, thank you. Oh, Bobby
We're
Brown
glad
down
to
it.
have single mom on the panel. This is her first time ever on a panel, guys.
Ever. I'm working to be a co-host. Wink, wink. But anyway, as I blame. Let me go back to the prayer vigil thing because I don't want no misleadings here. So I blamed Candace through social media that, hey, you know what you did. You know what you did. So the next week I went back, and before we prayed, I said, whoa, I got something to say here. And I made an apology. I didn't do it to be on the news. However, I think News Channel 5 was there. But if you'll notice in the end, I said, even on um, WJHL and all them that interviewed me, I got a couple, even some from Virginia stations that I didn't even know existed. But I didn't do it for that, guys. I promise you. But anyway, at the end of WJHL, and I was on TV, I said, let's make this clear. This is all about Summer. And it is. And I'm glad somebody there recognized my voice from way back then. That's awesome. Yeah, I
Right.
got a strong voice. I don't mean to have one, but I have to remember to talk low sometimes.
It takes a strong woman to say what her heart feels.
Oh, where's that at? See, that's not even on my
I put
chat
it up
right
on
now.
I put it on screen for you so you can see it.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh my goodness, guys.
Guys, anybody is welcome to come up and say their piece. I'd be more than happy for you to come up and talk. And I know I'm not doing a lot of talking today, but I just thought it was time for single mom to have a say. So I invited her to come and have her say today too.
Thank you, radio gods. She's encouragement. You know, it took me a while to.
Oh, hang on. Can I interrupt you, single mom, while I'm
Yeah,
thinking
go
about
ahead.
it?
Go
I've
ahead.
gotten to that stage in my life where I forget stuff.
Oh, you're good.
I heard on Harsh Reality today. He was talking about how everybody's talking about how social media is disrupting what might happen during the trial, basically tainting the prospective jurors. And I
Yes.
want you all to know that I looked that up, and just like in the Joe Clyde Daniels case, they take and they will go through a person if the person is up to be a juror and they're looking at them. Not only do they go through a whole series of questions before they can even be selected, they go on their Facebook, their Twitter accounts, all of that, and they see what kind of life they
Yes.
live and what their opinions and stuff are. And if you
Yes.
have been involved in this case, they're not going to select you to be a juror on that
No.
trial.
No. No. No.
So I don't believe the social media is disrupting the jury selection. There's plenty of people out there who have absolutely no clue about Summer Wells, who she is, or how long she's been missing, or anything else. They've got a whole pond full of fish that they can pick from.
I'm just I'm just amazed all those people involved and no one spoke out. I mean, you hear them say, "Oh, they had plenty of CPS visits," and so are you telling me CPS went there several times and couldn't see the abuse on the kids, but us outsiders can see it? Are you freaking kidding me?
Well, that's just like the rumor that I heard that a CPS worker actually did make it inside the house at some point, and Candace was so messed up on the couch that she couldn't even talk. And so the CPS worker just got agitated and turned around, walked out the door.
Well, I
And
mean,
nothing was ever done.
but that's just it. Then that means the CPS lady didn't even take a stand that day.
Right.
And that's bullshit.
Single mom, this is for you. Look on the screen.
Single mom of four, but three will work. I follow Summer's case every day too. I really believe Candace had something to do with Summer and Rose. Yes, yes, yes. I think that. Oh, hey, looky there. Oh, Hazelcroft up there. Oh, thank you,
Oh,
baby doll.
Hazel, did you make it today?
She made it, yes. But I
Awesome.
think that
I've never heard anybody off the internet say anything about Summer either, Joe.
exactly. There you go. There you go. Um, like I said earlier, I'm angry at this case. It's all over the place. You got these YouTubers that just you cannot convince me they're there for Summer. There is no way. Actions speak louder than words.
Bobby Brown joined the club, honey. That's why another reason I started my channel is because none of my family
Obsessed
will
with
talk to me.
finding her. Yes, yes,
Nobody will talk
yes.
to me because that's all I ever talk about.
Well, you know what? Every missing person, because running my channel, Missing Justice Tennessee, I have learned that you have adults that can be missing as well. But every missing person deserves to be found.
Yes, they do, especially the children.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Spirit Hunter
Actually,
Gato agrees with you. How do you pronounce that? Pronounce that? Goto or Gato?
I would say Gato because I
Okay.
wouldn't want nobody to call me Goto. I mean, no offense, but I would say that's Gato. Whoa,
Agreed,
whoa.
Joe.
A lot
Agreed.
of, let me read what Joe says here, right quick. A lot of creators like to make their viewers think they have a larger influence than they really do. Even a million subs, a tiny drop in the bucket. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Joe. A lot of these YouTube creators, yes, I got you on that one. They
Hey,
they think they got this big old platform. Nah, you don't. But you know, yeah.
does anybody see the blue wrenches by chance? Because on my phone they're showing up by y'all's names, but on my computer it's not.
It's not showing up on my phone in the chats either. Maybe it doesn't show up for us, Nana.
I
Maybe it
don't
doesn't.
know.
I mean, it's not showing. Well, it's funny. It ain't showing on mine nor your phone. I mean,
Should
maybe it just shows
no,
in the.
it's showing on my phone, just not on my computer.
Oh, I mean, you know. Um,
Oh, thank you, Joe. Joe sees it. You're a mod, right, Joe? You and Cece and Shalima should all be mods.
oh,
And of course,
yeah.
single mom. Okay, thank you,
Joe,
Joe.
it won't show them in StreamYards. Huh, Joe, honey, StreamYards kind of sucks. I'm sorry, but bless its heart. But hey, they give you 20 hours or something like that for free, so you might as well take it.
Joe's sort of my mentor, guys. So he's going to have to make a little bit more contact so he can teach me a little bit more.
But anytime any of you guys want my view on this, email me. It's just uh
I
email
pray
me.
the news on Rose soon too, Spirit Hunter.
I pray that news. Actually, I mean, I don't know that it's true or not, but Chris Madonna says Rose's case is about to bust wide open, and he's been on that. So, and I like Chris Madonna, so I tend to believe that. I believe Candace was in on both of those. Whoever said that earlier in the chat. My chat's now jumping, which means I better get closer to my router over here, or I'm going to be, oh, there's my no thanks. Investigate.
No thanks is in here.
Yes,
Wow, Doug.
that's my band right there.
Oh,
Dougie.
well, I like Dougie too, but Dougie has ignored me for several months. I asked for the link for the petition, Doug, so I could put it in here.
Also, I mean, you have to, give Doug credit. Lately, he has. I hope you don't mind me saying this since he's
Oh no,
right there
I like
in
Doug. Don't
in the
I really
chat.
like Doug.
No, I mean, he has exposed some of them bad YouTube creators lately. I'm totally on his side with that. They need to
Oh
be
yeah, that
exposed.
excuse me, sorry, single mom. Doug, if you know where I can get a hold of a copy of that one petition, I would love to be able to sign it. You know the one I'm talking about. And Cece's needing to get a hold of you to pass on some information also.
Oh, and there's Lacey. Oh, yeah, that's right. Radio God, the Shinner's hug. That's right. That's right. Come to
Thank you, Doug. Hi, Lacey.
yeah, CC. Love me some Doug too.
So, anyways,
Uh,
guys, who all thinks that Sherry and Allie and all of them are just standing on the sidewalk, coming up with bull crap to tell Molly and JLR and them, or do you believe they actually witnessed them giving the kids drugs and alcohol and allowing them to touch their grandchildren and not do anything about it?
I think that I'll take that question. I think that it was an all-out party on Ben Hill Road, and as I have stated before, and I have done the research on this, I kind of know what I'm talking about. It was an all-out party there. Each one had their own part. Let's not be fooled. You
Right.
know, they can all stand and say, "Oh, I didn't know this and I didn't know that." Oh, excuse me, you did it for real?
But
You
that's the
claim
part they did know it. They did know it and they did nothing about it.
correct. And you know, me, I would have been homeless, and people could come at me with that all day long because I've been on the streets. I'm you know, there's nothing to the streets. It's not your friend. But the second I knew what they was doing, I would have been homeless because I would have made the report.
Right.
But
Good to
my
see
heart
you,
is different
Julie.
from everybody else's. You know, my heart's different. No regard for kids. Thank you, Joe. And that's the bottom line. That's it.
True.
I love you, Lacey H, baby girl. I love you too. Yes, Nano for life. They stayed there because they participated. Thank you. It's about time somebody said, well, I mean, that's kind of where I was going with that. So thank you. I just said they stayed there. They, you know, but yes, they all had their small part. Thank you. It's about time someone listened to me.
I think you're doing great.
Bingo. 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 Me and old Joe up there hollering bingo. We got that bingo card. They participated. That's why they live there. And poor old Jose there acted like some saint. I took care
Oh,
of Summer while I was there, but he can't
oh,
take care of his own kids. Excuse him, what?
oh, did anybody catch that part that he has been divorced? But he says he was having a nervous breakdown and that's why he went up there, blah, blah, blah. That man has been divorced. He was divorced like 10 years before he ever went to Tennessee.
Right,
He wasn't
right,
having a nervous breakdown because of his divorce.
right.
Did y'all
I
catch Andrew
mean,
Hill's interview with Jeff, the guy that Jose mailed the phone to?
I don't know. You know, you. I think all of them, by the way, this they're talking. Law enforcement has my phone. No, that household and people involved had more than one phone. So when they say law enforcement has our phones, yeah, they might not have the ones that day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Joe, come up and tell us about it.
Joe, give your strong opinion, baby. Up, come here. Get up here on panel. Give it. This is an open panel.
I just dropped the link.
You're
I would
welcome.
like to hear from any of you guys. I believe Doug left us.
Doug goes in and out of chats. I noticed that. And
Okay.
it's okay. I'm just glad he made an appearance.
I am too. That was sweet. That was real sweet of him to show support for you. Okay, thanks, Joe.
Let me get my
Glad to
laptop
have you
out.
come
Good
up.
job, Joe.
I know
And
y'all think I'm corny. I know y'all
Lacey
think I'm
H.
corny, guys, but I want you guys to know that, I mean, seriously, this is just as much y'all's channel as it is mine. It's for you to have a say.
Exactly.
I mean,
Go back up there and highlight Lacey H's, please. I think it says, I mean, it's jumping, but something about very
that one,
true. I would not have been.
is
No,
it that one?
no. It
Okay,
starts out, it looks like very true.
gotcha.
Thank you. That's it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Very true. I would not have been a bystander and watch what was happening.
Well,
Exactly.
exactly,
Exactly.
especially if it's your
I would
kids or your grandkids
have.
or any kid for that matter. Single mom.
Lacey, I know, honey. You said Summer is no saint or hero. I know you meant Jose. He is not. But if you'll listen to him talk, yeah, he sounds like. I mean, you know, I'm sorry, but I could easily take care of someone else's children or child. But if I'm not taking care of my own, you know, that
Exactly.
no, no, no. Agreed, Lacey H. He's no hero. He's no saint. He was part of the problem. And by him really not reporting it, that's my issue.
Okay, now let's read this. I have a question for you. And addict, the first thing they want to do is get a fix. Wouldn't Candace have gone and done that? Maybe fell on stoner time. Maybe that's the missing time. Absolutely, 100%.
Okay, with that, I believe that she did tell the original 911 that she went on a run. Let me explain what a run is here in the state of Tennessee. A
Yeah.
run does not, what?
Oh, I was just laughing. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Hazel. I see that. Yes, yes. I believe some of them, yeah, Jose might have been the trafficker. You're right. I mean, anybody up there could have been. I got you on that one. But anyway, what was I talking about?
I don't know, hon.
I got this Joe up here yet?
No,
I
he's
mean,
not.
Joe, get that laptop and get up here. But I mean, it's crazy what them kids went
Exactly,
through, and
man. I
so
not just watched, but participated.
exactly,
Still
exactly.
either of us
They
know
all
about the
had their.
parents
Thank you
on
guys
here
for
who are
listening.
creating fake videos as if in support of missing children. I have, Daisy. I was told about one just the other day. I don't want to say their name, but yes, I've heard about them.
You
And
know,
anything is possible.
you know, pedos need to be behind bars, and I'm talking for the rest of their life. Jose's children needed him, but he is in another man's home complaining. Yes, Lacey. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. His own kids needed him, but yet he's on Ben Hill Road. Yes. Thank you. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I appreciate probably being on a panel where I'm listened to. I mean, you know, I have said this to
Well,
people
you're welcome.
before. They all participate and no one wanted to listen. So, your channel has been that they are such great people that come in here and pedos need bullets. Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely 100%.
Yes, 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 yes.
My mama said a
Yes.
tiger never or a leopard never changes its spots.
Yeah.
And I'm very
They
grateful
all
for my my viewers, and they are all wonderful.
you know, it's just
And for
it's
mods,
oh, beautiful mods. You you we because I like the idea
beautiful
that
mods.
yes. I mean, they're it's
Uh,
it's it's awful
thank you,
how
Cece.
it's awful how though law enforcement I feel or Barney Fife as we freely call him here is nothing here to see. I know for a
Right.
fact he has been called to their home over multiple things, and basically he walks out, doesn't arrest anybody. Had I done that, guess what? I'd have went to jail. I mean, come on.
This is true. That would happen to most of us. Of course,
I mean,
most of us gonna be hi Joe. Everybody,
is
Joe's
it?
coming up.
Oh, it is.
Can you hear me?
And now, yep. And now here he is. It's Joe time.
Hi Joe.
I was looking for my headphones. I wasn't sure if it would work without them.
Is it working
Oh, well,
okay?
yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah,
He's got a nice voice.
Okay.
yeah,
So
I
let's
think
hear
so.
your opinion.
What's up, Joe? Tell us what you think, buddy.
Oh man. Well, all right. So, I mean, all on out, we're judging people, right? If you want to be a
Right.
sympathetic person, part of that is you have to judge the person. So I try to put the situation into, like, I try to relate, right? What
Right.
if this was somebody that maybe I knew or an acquaintance was telling me what he's telling me in real life? And it's just an all-out shocker. Everything he had to say was like, okay, so what did you do? What, you know what I mean? Like the whole, I don't know.
Talk to us, Joe.
Dave, to get on YouTube.
I mean, you said you had that strong opinion of Jose. Speak it. This is Speak
Yeah.
Freely channel.
I know.
I mean, and Joe,
I-
listen to me. I get you on judging people, but when you got a bunch of I want to say pedos doing their thing, you can't help but let a little bit of judgment leak out on you, you know? And I never said the Wells is in on Summer's disappearance. Never said it. Never. I mean, well, maybe I did that one time, as I said, in social media, but that was my mistake. But since then, no. But they are guilty of the life that those kids had to live through and see and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not directly at Summer, but I feel in the long run, somebody's going to pay for Summer. You know, and the long arm of justice is just too slow for me.
So what was you going to say about Jose, Joe?
But go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Let that strong opinion out. Let's go.
Well, it makes no sense to me that he could witness all this and just not do anything about it. Not say anything about it.
Exactly.
First and foremost, it's so hard for me to even get past that. And I don't care what other people are praising him and all that. That's fine. Why? For what, though? What's the
right?
Because for washing dishes.
I mean, at first I thought, this is just my thinking, because I have mental issues like he was talking about. I thought, okay, Jose's making some sense here. Then all of a sudden he said, but I just didn't say nothing. Oh, man, my mental illness went through the sky, Joe. When he said that, my anxiety, I had to take another anxiety pill. You know what I'm saying? And like I stated earlier, I would have been homeless because I would have said something. Tennessee is a mandated reporter state, no matter what position you're in. So I'm thinking, I'm okay. You're correct. Who would even get on
YouTube and admit that you witnessed all this and went through all that, and you did nothing about it? You did absolutely nothing about it. Who would?
Point. And Jose's not the only one. Allie, it's one. To me, it's one.
Sherry standing there saying that she knew for a fact Dawn touched her grandchild and did nothing about it. And I believe, I'm not positive, but I believe that's the same child they were talking about is now in a mental institution. And Sherry says that child will never come out of a mental institution.
And
and she's 9 years old.
Allie, son, Hunter, what mother? I'm going to try to get this out without, going nuts in the meantime, because I respect this channel and I love this channel. All right.
Thank you, Single Mom.
What mother would know about Candace and her son his relationship, and you not go to Candace? I would, or you not file charges? Come on. She can't say she didn't know, because I believe she knew. Jose said that Hunter had said he lost his virginity to Candace. For First of all, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't got the best looks, but yeah, I think I'd have chose somebody else, but whatever. But I mean, but now I hear that Allie does have charges on Candace. Can't prove what for, but I'm assuming if she got any sense, it's about what Candace. I mean, Hunter's a child, for the love of everything holy.
Well, what I would like to know is what is she going to do about Mr. Donald Wesley Wales the Third? I mean, True was only what 15, and that
Right.
dude's 30 something and is a RO.
And again, Lacey right there says Jody Sue saying, Don. I believe that Don did shower with Summer. He had a past of that. I'm
He
here to
admitted
say,
to it, single mom.
and he admitted it, yes. But I mean, he kind of admitted it while saying, but it was their fault. A 5-year-old, it's their fault. Come again. Oh, I need to calm down. I'm sorry.
He admitted that he showered with all 4 of his children at the same time.
Yeah. All of yeah.
Joe,
Yes.
do you have
That's so
not
weird.
to be nosy, but do you have kids? Could you do that?
Yeah, I have a daughter, 2 boys, and I have 2 grandsons and a granddaughter.
Could you imagine
I have
any of your children in the shower with you when they were little?
No, they never even saw us naked. No.
Exactly.
Nope.
Exactly.
And I was stupid for asking about your kids. I remember you do have a son. Remember that video? You got in trouble at one time.
It's not comfortable. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go,
Hazel.
Hazel.
Trouble for skateboarding, guys.
And that's another thing. I can't see the chat, but I think Jewel Weed said, but let Hunter go with Candace. Yes, that's my point. What kind of a mother would not? I mean, guys, it's a whole bunch of. They had their part in it. I will not change that. Jose could sit there and say this, and this. They could get out there on the street corner with JRL, whoever he is, and say this, and this, but they all guilty. I'm sorry. They all had their little part.
I agree, but she was probably not like a mother figure, but at least an aunt figure, and you just don't do that.
Yeah. And Lacey H points out he did not have to get in the shower with Summer nor any of the other kids. Thank you. And I need to go back to I just now kind of came over it, but who said finally a channel that follows my theory? I agree with that person. Not as angels, listen to me. Yes, finally a channel that.
Well, I didn't see that comment.
I seen it, but I don't remember. Let's see. Anna D. Everyone failed those kids. Yes.
As hard as it is to believe, that's what happened. Everyone in their circle, everyone around them failed them. Everyone. I mean, we try to keep to ourselves, as people, like a lot of times, but there's a line you draw there, without a doubt. There's a line you draw. It's one thing if your neighbor's kid is a little dirty and dingy, but if he's loved and he eats and he's taken care of, you mind your own business.
Correct.
But it's another thing if the neighbors showering with their kids, abusing the kids, yelling at them, hitting them, all this, all put together, none of that's cool. It's just not.
It's not. I imagine John Lennon.
I love that
song.
And I've never in my life have I kept my mouth shut when I've seen this kind of things.
Exactly.
At least say something, and if you're a witness to it, say something. Say something.
Right.
Christ.
See something, say something. Exactly. And they all should have done that. I see the state of Tennessee picking up some charges on the mandate reporting thing. Yes, you can be picked up on that and spend some
Yeah,
jail
you
time.
can.
In the
Cece
state of
looked up.
Tennessee, I don't know about anywhere else. If you're a doctor, you may lose your license. But actually, here in the state of Tennessee, you can go to jail for it.
Cece, would you put in chat what the charge that you said you found that you can be charged with?
Oh, hello, pink butterfly, sweetheart. Oh. Well, Lacey H, bathing with them till they're like 2 or something like that to teach them kind of like how to bathe and stuff like that. That's different. Come on,
I agree,
sweetheart.
Hazel. This story is about
but
generational essay because there are no boundaries whatsoever in any way in either family between the two families.
I'm sorry,
agree.
but there is no boundaries on being Hell Road apparently. And yes, I said hell. Apparently the boundaries on being Hill Road there just kind of they aren't any.
It is a written law. It sure is.
Yes, it's written. Yes. So, I believe a lot of them's going to get in trouble. Simply, they're going to find themselves sitting in a local jail over the mandated reporter law. Yes. I need to look that up. I think you can get a couple years for it anyway. And the judge can deem more if he thinks and here's another point, 25 days, 6 months, as Jose says. None of them can keep up with time. But what's a 5 months difference among liars? I'm sorry.
I didn't catch it, Cece.
How long did Jose and Don live together?
Well, there's two different. Hang on a second, Mom. There's two different stories. Jose said to begin with that he got home and he was there for 7 days before the fight happened, and then Jose was there an additional 3 days till he got his check. But then Jose come back and said that Don got home. There was a month before the fight happened, and then the fight happened and he went to jail. So
okay, right. Okay, CC says it's a misdemeanor. Okay, well that's less than a year. Okay,
it must be having a good old time for time to just fly like that.
Yes.
Just to lose. That's just mind-boggling.
The pastor of the church is a mandated reporter, and so is every person in the congregation. And they actually
that's what I started to say. Lake Superior girl is 17 is correct. You would have thought that pastor, he is a mandated reporter. Anybody I'm one, and I draw disability.
I wondered about that myself, Amanda, why Allie allowed Candace 2 different occasions that she showed up after TBI said stay away. She came back twice to that house.
And yes, radio gods, that's right. 6 weeks or 6 months. What difference does it make amongst liars? I also pulled that up with Scott's chat yesterday, and he agreed. He was like, yes, single mom of 4. What, among liars, what they can't keep up with time. Exactly. 6 weeks or 6 months. What's the 5 months different among liars? This is crazy to me. All them people, and no one reported anything. No one. Is Joe still on panel? Because I can't see anybody because I choose not to. Okay. Okay, Joe, let me ask you something. Would you have said something? I mean, I'm not saying that when you first got there that they probably didn't tell you what was going on, because that's probably how they lured you there. But once you knew what was going on, wouldn't you have had the same attitude as me? You'd be homeless, but you would have reported all that.
At the very least, upon exiting, and I would have made the exit as quick as I possibly could.
Yes.
I'm bringing people in. You know what I mean? this is what's going on here, because this is
Right.
crazy.
And
And
the
there's
thing
a
about it
reason
is
why. There's a reason why he didn't do that. Whatever it is.
right.
I don't know.
But
I
you
don't know.
don't just pick up the phone and make one phone call and say, okay, well, my job's done.
Right.
You should get on the phone and keep going until something is done.
Right. Sasha's got a point there. They have ruined every child's life that they have touched. Yes. Thank you. I mean, um, Kimberly says, if you see something, say something. Yes, 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 but not. I don't know where Kimberly's from, but not every state
Kimberly, where you from,
is.
honey?
You know, I mean, not every state expects you to be a mandated reporter unless you are a doctor, pastor, something like that. But the state of Tennessee, it doesn't matter what you are. You could sit at home on your honey all day. But if you know something's going on, you report it. Tennessee is, I think, the only state kind of like that. But
Yeah, but
other
also
laws
in
need to be,
Tennessee, you
you
can
know.
report, like Cece said, in Tennessee, you can report anonymously. You don't even have to tell them who you are.
Exactly. And yes, Pink Butterfly, Jose is guilty of something. I wouldn't be able to stomach being around such disgusting behavior or live in a home infested with roaches and no privacy. Thank you, Lacey H. That's my girl right there. No privacy, no doors on, according to Jose, there was no doors on anything. I'm sorry, but that's jail. I mean, you have no
Exactly.
privacy in jail. Did Don run it like it was a penitentiary or something? Did Don run his household?
Why was CPS scheduled to come to their house? Had Summer been to a doctor, school physical? Yes, she had been to the school physical, but I believe it was where Sherry and True actually called CPS and told them about the shower deal, because that happened right before all this came about.
Yes, Lacey. Drawers to form a wall for the bathroom.
It is a felony.
And CC, yes, yes. Dawn is well used to being incarcerated. I see her point. So maybe he did run 110B and he'll roll like a penitentiary. It sounds like he did, according to Jose's version of no doors and blah blah blah. Well, shocker. I have been in jails and I was in prison once, but guess what? Yeah, I didn't run my private life like one because I had enough while I was in there. You know what I'm saying? So I sure didn't come out and run my private life like that. That's right, radio gods. The roaches got to go. Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I'm sorry you're having to pick up my slack, single mom, but you're more used to this and you know more of these people than I do.
Well, I mean, I shoot, I can talk all day. Get me started. Well, get me started.
Because
I mean,
supposedly she was over there. Sasha,
and
she was over there when she saw it.
My baby's wondered how Jody Sue saw Dawn. She was that. Yeah, she was there.
Where do you think Candace was getting her candy from?
Yeah. Why do you think Candace was wanting Jody Sue to change her story on finding some things? Yeah, we all know about that. And if you didn't, you know now. Candace tried to get Jody Sue to change, yes.
Oh, God.
I know, Joe. Exactly,
Just
gosh.
so much. It's just so much.
Right.
Regardless of me thinking the long arm of the law ought to do quicker, I'm kind of understand why they I would hate to be an investigator on this case. When you guys,
Jacqueline, I agree. Sorry.
Oh,
Single
you're not kidding. I don't know how they do it. Because usually like the investigators, like that's what they focus on. They would be like, they all have their specialties, So that they're investigating these types of crimes all the time. I couldn't imagine having to be in that position.
I know. I mean,
I'd be an alcoholic for sure.
I would hate to work on the case, but at the same time, I'm on the sidelines going, come on, the long arm of law, reach out and grab somebody, But yeah, I would hate to be, I would hate to have to deal with that. I bet the law thinks, well, who done this and who done that because when they come close to finding out, and I know this for a fact, somebody comes up on YouTube and changes the script.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. Every time a player is involved or introduced, something changes.
I believe that Jose appearing right now, it's all for a reason. There's it's something we don't know. It's whatever it is, we don't know about it, but this is all calculated.
So right. She says it's a nightmare. I'd say if you were a criminal investigator, it would be a nightmare.
Yes. I mean, like I say, I'm on the sidelines going to extend that arm of the law and get somebody. But at the same time, I guess double talking out my hiney, but I would hate to be an investigator trying to figure this all out because, as I said, you don't bit more figure something out till boom, somebody's on YouTube changing that script. It's like, what? But they need to be in jails. Like Megan Boswell was here in Sullivan County with Sheriff Jeff Cassidy. He got to the point where he said, listen, I'm not even listening to Megan's version of nothing.
Sasha
and
Sasha says it's been said there was numerous calls to CPS about the kids. That's why they had an appointment to see Summer because they kept avoiding them, but many didn't call, which is awful. That is true. And what I don't get, and maybe it's just me, but if there was so many people wanting to save that baby or save those kids, why didn't they go up there and just ask to take her out to lunch or something, take her out to get ice cream, and just take her to the sheriff's department, take her to the Department of Human Services, take her to a doctor's office? That would have been simple enough.
And thank you, Lake Superior Girl 17. Jose is talking to save his rear end. Thank you. That's why I think he waited 9 months. Now his mental illness, nobody can prove if mental illness, if he might be using that as an excuse. Personally, I have those issues, but I sure don't use it as an excuse. But, I think that you are correct. He's coming out to save his hiney in the long run. But here's what's going to get Jose, in my opinion. Don't come back at me with anything. But in my opinion, if he's going to get busted for not reporting. But again, no. They're in it. They're all in. I will not subside from that. I will not back away from that. They're all in it. As I think
I believe they are.
It might have been Joe that kind of lingered to that too. Joe, was it you that said they didn't, that you thought that's what they were all there for as well?
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So
I believe each and every one of them have something, knowledge, something. Absolutely. 100%. Someone
confessed online.
There's a script going around. Jose just come out trying to reinforce the script. The guy that knew nothing about any of this, he took a day to watch videos, and that's all he knows.
Yes.
Nah.
Actually,
that's not
I
true.
think his 9 months of coming out, he was studying videos. or YouTube because he knew everybody called her Grandis.
Yeah.
Now, I mean,
Exactly.
how does he know our lingo or what we were using? If what did what
Well,
is there
you
a
also,
book out?
guys, you
Is there
got
a book?
single
Yeah.
mom. I'm not saying that he didn't see stuff on YouTube, but you also got to remember, and I'm not saying anything against Justin. I'm not. But you have to remember, Justin and ICU sit for 2 days talking with him and telling him everything.
Exactly.
That
Not
was going
accusing
on
anybody
for
of
2 days
anything.
before that.
And they could have caught on to their lingo. He could have caught on to their lingo. We call her Grandis. But still, he was coached somewhere. And I agree with whoever said that. He's finally coming out to save his honey in the long run. But it's not going to work. I just don't think it's going to work. If he knew Candace Harris Candy, there's no reason he would have called for a Grandis, especially not the whole entire. Thank you, Sasha. You got it, girl.
That's true.
Well, Sasha's a man's name too. I mean, but you got it. All the creators could F up a junkyard. Right? That's awesome. Exactly. But
Well,
I mean,
if all the YouTubers would get one script and stop playing the what was it, the telephone game or what it was, where you would pass one word to the next person and then they would
right.
pick up only part of it and pass it on.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yes.
feels like.
And here's another thing. I'm gonna go back up here. I pushed my chat down. Hold on, mine's jumping.
She's a woman.
Amanda says, I was raised by my dad and I never seen him naked and he never ever came in on me. Exactly. And here's another point along the line. They could sit there all day long, say they were poor, they were dirty, they were this, they were that. Oh, guess what? Single mom of 4. My screen name. I didn't just come up with that. I was most of the time a single mom of 4. My kids,
So
I
was
had
I,
2.
sweetheart.
I had 5, but one died when he was a month old of sudden infant death syndrome. But I don't want, okay, get me some, but anyway, I didn't just pick that. I didn't just pick that screen name. I was a single mom of 4, most of my kids growing up. I never used poor, if my house was dirty, I cleaned it. My kids were dirty, I cleaned it. My kids were hungry, I fed them. I mean, you get it. You know where I'm coming from, Joe? They're using excuses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
It don't take money to love your kids, and if you love your
No.
kids, you can make everything happen.
Honey, I used to take my kids to the lake, and they'd be thrilled with that. And then that's just jumping in your car with them and driving there. It didn't cost. You don't have to have money, but do take them to do things. But you don't have to have money for it. And here's the kicker: they had money. I have talked to people. They have money. They just chose to ignore their. Oh no, I'm gonna be good.
Oh, did you see this, single mom? It says yes, he did. But that retired lady FBI agent seen his interview and said she hopes he's brought back in because it's thought that he didn't give the same information to the FBI the first time.
Let's see. Pink Butterfly says, I think some really big criminal activity is going on with the Candace cult. That's funny. I think the FBI and TBI are watching them all really close. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And thank you, Pink Butterfly. Candace cult. There's y'all some new lingo today. Candace cult. There you go.
Yep.
It's crazy how Candace complains about the cops not keeping in touch with her, keeping her up to date.
Right.
Oh, I got my opinion on that. Can I state my opinion on that?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, when there's an investigation, and I need every one of you all right now in this chat hear me and understand this. If you don't keep in touch with law enforcement, they're not going to keep in touch with you. Their job is not to keep in touch with you. It's your job to go to them first. It's not their job to, if you do that, door swings both ways. That door swings both ways. So law enforcement says, or is thinking, if she don't care to keep in touch with us, we're not going to keep in touch with her. Come at me with something different. I don't care.
You know, a couple of years ago, I had a dog that went missing. Someone stole him out of my yard.
Mm-hmm.
I did more to try to find that dog.
Drop any link, Radio Gods. Go for it, baby.
For her own daughter. Ain't that something?
I mean, to me, Joe, the public, such as
that. This lady ain't doing. She's not doing anything. Nothing.
No. We, as the public, is more sympathetic and is more wanting Summer found than her own parents or anybody else on Ben Hill Road. And that's pretty bad. You know? And Candace, a couple nights ago, said on one of her, I don't call that a channel she's got. That's drunk right there. But anyway, she said, I would do anything to have my kids back. Anything, and I wouldn't do that to them again. Excuse me? Okay. Come on, keep talking. What'd you do to start with?
Right.
I mean, there had to be a reason she made that statement. What'd you say, Joe?
She's sipping on her Mountain Dew and moonshine.
Yeah, but even her moonshine and Mountain Dew made her come to the realization, if I got them back, I wouldn't do that to them again.
What'd y'all think about her trying to counsel Ernie Shell the other night?
Oh yeah. God. Yeah, that was that was a train wreck. Yeah. And
then she's like, we're live?
Right.
You had to go live?
I mean, are you trying to tell me she don't even know when she's live? She said, am I live? Am I? I mean, yeah, like Joe said, it's like, are you serious? You don't even know you're live right now? What?
Well, she came up on his live panel. That's the bad part.
Yeah.
Yeah, to prove that she was who she was in the chat. Yeah.
Right. Yes. I mean, it's crazy. It's when somebody if I tell them my email, which I don't care if y'all can email me anytime, it's Bennett Cynthia, and it's all lowercase 292@gmail.com. But I mean, who it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. And I mean, you know, and honey, open panel. I loved how old BK tried to tell Ryan Upchurch how to run YouTube. I thought that was, I mean, you know, BK there in his situation. He just gets on there and smarts off, but he gonna tell a famous country singer and a guy with over 3 million subs how to do YouTube. I couldn't
believe he called him a fool. Was that Gmail?
Yeah.
Single Mom?
At Gmail, yes, at gmail.com. Bennett Cynthia 292@gmail.com. If somebody,
well, here's the thing about that guy. He's figured out that he can get quick and easy promotion by saying such crazy things. Whether he believes it or not, you know.
Who is this? BK or Upchurch? BK, yeah.
Yeah, so he's kind of found a little formula for himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's right. She is our daughter now. I agree.
Yes, yes. I have called Summer. If you know, get on my Facebook. It's Cynthia Bennett. It's like my Gmail is there, Cynthia Bennett. I call her America's sweetheart. And I get up every day. I look at my phone. Are they any new updates? New ones, not old ones. Could they have found her in the middle of the night while I was asleep? I mean, I have lived and breathed Summer lately. And if nobody doesn't believe me, that's okay. Check your own
Bobby,
heart before you go
there's a
checking
petition.
someone else's.
There's a petition, and it's making
BK
the
is, thank you, Bobby Brown. He is evil. I believe that. Ern is right in there with him, if you catch my drift. Them two, if they were off YouTube, it would make, and there is a petition going around for BK. I'm not sure about, the other one, but yeah. And guys, man, I appreciate every last one of y'all being here today. If I did good, tell me about it. If I did bad, tell somebody else.
You did. You did fine. You did all the heavy lifting today. You and Joe both did.
No, I appreciate, Joe. I appreciate Joe. He, gave that strong opinion. And I appreciate this
Joe.
channel. This channel is listening. Any theory anybody has, we will listen to it. I'm still going back to that person earlier that said, finally a channel that shares my theory. Well, I can't help what other creators, don't want to believe or whatever. But, as long as I'm on this channel, I'm on the panel, I'm in the chat, I'm willing to listen to other people as well. That's what life's about, having an open heart, open mind.
I think this way, if we don't all work together, we're never going to be able to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And to be able to get all the pieces, you're going to have to think out of the box. No, we may not actually solve what happened. But as long as we're out here working and thinking and brainstorming,
yes,
hopefully
better than not doing anything.
That's right. It's better than not doing anything. And it's not like we're harming the case.
No, but however,
if that was my little girl, I would be more than thankful to have so many people talking about her, and
yes, but
honestly,
you can't
I would hope that to get her back, but if she's not back, that she be remembered.
Exactly.
Right.
People still trying to figure out what the heck happened and what was going on. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
I'm with you, Pink Butterfly. It breaks my heart too, honey. Every day, it breaks my heart. And you know what even breaks my heart worse is when I'm attacked for it. Where was your heart? No.
You're not going to be attacked on this channel for it. I can guarantee you that.
But here's another thing. I'm glad to be attacked for it because I know my thoughts and my heart and where it was at.
Right.
So
I agree.
Come at me all day long. I'm fine with that.
Well, you just don't give that any power. That's all. I mean,
and I don't. At first, I let it hurt my feelings. I'll lie. I did let it hurt my feelings.
Sure.
But it doesn't anymore because I decided if you're judging someone else's heart, well, there might be something wrong with your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
I
agree. It's all good.
No one knows what happened. What I appreciate here is folks seem respectful to each other. Yes. We are family here. Yes.
And everybody has a voice.
Yes.
Anybody that wants to up on panel is more than willing to. More than welcome to.
Well, if you're welcome, you might be willing to as well. I see what she's saying. Yes. Joe, listen, buddy. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Listen to me. I appreciate you coming up, and you're welcome in the future. Do it again, because I really, really,
We
appreciate.
respect your input as a
Yes,
man.
yes. I'm sorry sometimes where I've got illnesses in my head, mental illnesses, I have to stop and think about what I'm saying. So that's where you might get a pause sometimes when I'm talking to you, because I really have to think about. Uh, that's right, radio gods. Thank you. Yeah, they can off for hurting my friend. That's right. That's yeah. But
Well, the
you
feeling's
know,
mutual.
Sasha.
Thank you too.
thank you, Joe. But thank you, Sasha. I appreciate everybody being here, and feel free to tell Nana's
Yeah,
Angels
thank
there
everyone for coming out. This is
that
great.
that I did
Yeah.
a great job, and I'm trying for co-host. I'll be honest. What do y'all think?
Yeah, she's working up to the co-host position.
Yes, we are Summer's Army. Yes,
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 we are.
yes.
Shalima.
And
I
Joe
learned how
could
to
be
say
like,
your name. I'm so proud of that.
and Joe could be like co-host. So like if like
Usually,
today I got that headache, and I didn't want to, but I changed my mind and decided not to be selfish for me. I wanted to make a stand for Summer, but in case I'm really really sick, I appoint Joe. He can take my place. Okay.
thank you.
Hey, you're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
I was beefing you up a little.
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right.
Usually
But
I'm a
yes,
little
we are
hesitant
Summer's
to
Army.
get on
Yes.
panels because you can't shut me up. But I know it's a little
Me
difficult for
too.
me to actually talk about this. So
Yeah. Me
Well,
too.
it's not
I
easy.
really
It's
appreciate
not
it.
easy.
Well,
It just
here's another thing that I will share. It's hard for me right now, and the reason I'm not showing my face is because CPS come and got my granddaughter 3 weeks ago. I was raising my grandbaby, and everything was going fine. And all of a sudden, her mother, I found out, wrote a letter from jail to I guess, her lawyer or something. And the next thing I know, here comes CPS taking Nevaeh. So I'm not showing my face to not show it, but I prefer, you know.
I
But
do
yeah,
too. It's all good.
So you want to talk about CPS failing? Yeah, because I had the papers and everything saying I was I was good for my granddaughter. But
That is her, honey. That is single mama 4. That's the same one.
what do you mean?
She was thought you sounded like the lady at the vigil.
Is that good or bad? Yes, I'm the same one. Yes, that's how I got to know Candace and Dawn, from the vigils. But beforehand, I didn't even know 110 Ben Hill Road existed.
I don't think many of us did.
There was some scary people around Summer. Yes. Oh, so sorry to hear this. Oh, thank you. I mean, I I'm I can't even see my grandbaby right now. They won't tell me where she's at or nothing. When I was used to, ask radio
Just
gods,
pray.
Lacey H, some of them, know the story, and I was happy with her around. And then they just come
No,
and
they didn't. It's all good. They didn't.
single
I don't
mom. Did
believe
they
that they
place her with other? No, they did not place her with other family, and because her mom and dad, which her dad is my son, is in jail for stealing a car and drug paraphernalia, I believe. And there was one more charge, and I can't remember it. So excuse me there, but I can't remember it. And I was when it all went down, I was the only one that went to their home or went to, not home, where they were pulled over at. They got pulled over. And my son called and said, get here. And I was like, well, what's going on? And then I heard police sirens. And I was like, okay. So I was the only one to even come there to start with out of the family. And because I asked CPS that same thing lately, and my lawyer got down to it too. No other family wanted her because what her mom and dad did, stealing cars, drug paraphernalia. They didn't want her. So I took her. But isn't that sad? I don't want a child because of what their parents did. And I'm sad to say that come from my family, but it did.
I don't think they thought it was going to blow up that big either, Sasha. Sorry, single mom. I wasn't trying to butt in, but
oh, you're okay. Yeah,
I don't think anybody thought it was going to. That's why I think that they did something, and they thought if they just played it off long enough, oh, she was abducted, then people would just let it go like they normally do. But this case just blew up for some reason, and that's
right.
Hopefully, I pray that TBI will take them all down, everybody that was involved.
And will not take no, oh, I didn't mean to do it. Let me go. I can't spend no more time. Like, Don always claimed, well, if I get one more felony, I'm a goner. Well, I guess you're going to be a goner then, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because I'm adamant about some things, and that's why I get loud and I say stuff like, "Are you kidding?" When I'm trying to make a point, I get a little bit stronger. My personality I'm sorry about that.
Cece, thank you for all the hard work you're doing. I've not forgotten about you.
Oh no.
You're catching everybody that I'm not catching. Thank you.
I'm hoping my lawyer is going to file new papers, and hopefully I can get her back. No one was aware that her mother had written from jail until they come and got her, and and my son knows nothing about it because they're in the same jail, separate, of course. She's on female, he's on male. But, now you can't write each other or none of that if you're in jail. Not in the state of Tennessee, you cannot.
Mrs.
I don't know about anywhere else. And then if you're co-defendants like they are, you can't write one another. So my son had no idea that his wife wrote a letter and it caused the grandbaby to be gone.
I didn't know anything about Jose saying the camper was moved. I heard him say that blue truck had been moved.
No, the camper had been moved. It's a good thing to have a heart at single. Oh, thank you, Hazel. Thank you, baby. Y'all have been a real encouragement to me today.
But would they have had time to have done all that between the 3:30 and 6:30?
I don't know about that, but here's something I found interesting, and it kind of corresponds with what Jose had said. Crazy me, right? I got the impression Summer would never wander off. We had her scared to death, the parents said. She knows about these here mountains and how dangerous they are and all the beasts that roll out of them and stuff like that. But Jose said she got out all the time. You'd find her at a neighbor's house or at the end of the road or, okay. Apparently, that was part of the script. They wanted you to believe she wouldn't wander off. Well, here's another point. I don't think she wandered. I think she ran. Even as a 5-year-old or 6, I'm sorry, she's 6 now. You get tired of being starved. You get tired of being beaten. You get tired of, I think Summer was smart. I do. I think Summer was smart. And if Summer ran, guess what? I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
Cece, said that the cadaver dogs would pick up if the vehicles had been moved and she'd been buried under there. And I agree. There was something
I
else
don't think she's anywhere on the property. I'm sorry, but I do not. I do not believe
Were they
she's anywhere
cadaver
on the
dogs they
property.
brought out there?
Yes, they brought in cadaver dogs. Yes.
I don't know. The only thing I could ever find
They
was
brought
that
in
one
all
Saturday
kinds of dogs.
that
There is small little ponds around there. They did bring in the cadaver dogs at one point. Yes, they did.
one day is
Wow.
all I could find on the Saturday that after she went missing, and that was the same day they found those footprints. If you will look online, you cannot find any other dogs except for Madisonville, I believe is the name of the town that they brought the cadaver dogs in. And after that day, the commissioner of the town or whatever suspended that program. They don't even have cadaver dogs in that town anymore because they didn't have insurance. But that
Also,
was the only day that they brought cadaver dogs in, and they state that on a news thing in
yes,
Madisonville.
there was also scent dogs, not this past time that they did a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday search for her, but before that, 2-3 days, they bought scent dogs in from Greene County, Tennessee, up the road here. So dogs have been all over that property. That's why I believe and I'm telling you right now, honey, Greene County has the best scent dogs around here. Sheriff Wesley Holt, yeah, I've been incarcerated there once or twice. I know who he is too. But anyway, the scent dogs. But if you got pretty much the next county's best scent dogs there and they didn't pick up anything, she's not on that property. I fairly believe she is not on that property. I mean, well, they did find a shallow grave that they think was touched. Yeah, did y'all know that? Yeah.
Is that the channel with the cow lady on it that said that?
No, I can't remember who said it, but it's true.
If it came off the channel I'm thinking that report came off of, I think she misunderstood. Dave Rader and Duty Ron were actually speaking about why they had to keep their searches secret is because they didn't want somebody going and moving things.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, I believe Dave Rader. I am a firm believer in EquiSearch. And what Dave Rader does for the Ohio chapter and what Tim Miller does for the Texas chapter. If these boys come in, men and ladies, and they search and they can't find her, as Dave Rader said one time when he was talking to Duty Ron, well, I know where Summer Wells isn't.
Sasha, I wish they would go over there and check that cemetery too. As far as I know, after them people started raising Cain about that little round circle flower bed on that grave, nobody has back over there.
Well, EquiSearch tried to get law enforcement to let them search that. It didn't happen. So even EquiSearch went there. And
there was a hole cut in the fence right beside that grave.
Yes. EquiSearch has their laws, or not laws, but they can't just go search for someone. They have to have law enforcement. So in other words, they'd have to have old Barney Fife's permission, their Sheriff Lawson, to come and do it. Now, on their second visit, guess what? They got a good old-fashioned cussing from Don Wells. Don did not want EquiSearch there.
Joe, do you have
and then
any
he tried to make it seem like he did.
Right. Then he backtracked, and they came up there one more time, and he acted like they were best friends or something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm with Dave Rader. We have checked this property top to bottom. I know where Summer is not. So I firmly believe she is not on that property. Now, I will gladly eat my words if they find her on that property. But personally, I agree with Dave Rader. You know, the footprints, well, honey, there were so many searchers on that property, it wasn't even funny. So, yeah. I never heard. I've also heard theories of people hearing of a missing child and go in looking for her and actually take the child. I've wondered that on Summer and Monkey's disappearance.
That sort of would fit along with that little movie thing that's going around, huh?
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
That
look, if
fence
you're
line.
evading CPS, you know your time's up.
Say that again, Joe. Say that again, Joe. I just heard time's up from you. What'd you say?
I said, if you're evading CPS, you know your time's up.
Yes, but CPS at one point, and I really didn't know this. Nana there brought it to my attention. Well, I did know it. CPS came in there once. Candace was drunk off for Heine, and CPS leaves her lay there, and CPS walked out the door. I'm sorry, but come again? So that right there is just CPS walking off and not doing anything either. I mean, in clear view of whatever. To me, even if she was
by
passed
herself
out.
with the kids drunk?
Yes.
Yes.
And they just left her there with the kids?
Yeah, because
the CPS worker turned around and made some comment, I'm not going to deal with this or something under her breath, and she hit the road.
I don't know. That sounds like hearsay to me.
It kind of does me too. But, you know, with
pretty
Candace,
much everything in this case is hearsay.
Is hearsay until it gets to
the CBI won't come out and say anything.
Until it gets to, and I firmly believe, like I say, they're innocent till proven guilty in the court of law. But even before Summer being gone, they were still guilty of not taking care of the kids, the property, and all that. So don't come at me and ever tell me the Wells parents ain't guilty of something, because, man, I'll get back at you quicker than tomorrow, if tomorrow ain't Monday. You know what I mean?
Joe, what do you think about this? Why did Don go directly to the shed?
You asking me or Joe? Oh, Joe, okay. Okay, because I got my opinion on that too.
Don go directly to the shed? Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm familiar with that.
Going to the shed. When he came home from work that day, instead of going to the house to find out what was going on, he drove straight to that lower shed on the property.
Well, honey, he might not know that, but here's my opinion. That's where they was loaning her out, and the person that they loaned her to that day, Don maybe thought they had brought her back to the shed, and they did not. Boom. There's my opinion. And this is the first time I've shared that on a channel. He was seeing if she maybe wasn't locked in, wasn't back in the shed, and they just didn't know it yet. But I think they took, they rented her out for money, because something happened that Don had so much money, and you don't make it in drywall.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Thinking, where'd all this money come from?
Exactly. I wasn't in drywall myself, but I had a boyfriend years ago, and I was the office manager. Yeah, you don't make. He was owner of the construction company.
That's
you don't make that much money.
They're the lowest paid on the site.
So
drywallers don't make crap. I was a contractor for 15 years. I never took drywall jobs because there's no money in it.
Hey, Storm baby. But yes, you're right. I was the office manager for 10 years. Joe, you're correct. It just, I think they were renting her out. and drugs and etc. That's where the extra money came from. Exactly. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Mom to
Because
four, hello, how are you?
again, you vouch the same thing.
Single
You
mom,
can't make that kind
got a
of
question
money
for
in
you.
construction.
Single
Hey,
mom,
there's Mama Ford. Haha.
she has a question for you.
Me? Okay.
It's on the
Let me
screen.
read. Did she suspect? Let's see. I'm just joining the chat. I have a question for single mom. Okay, that's fine. Did she suspect the parents at the? Did you suspect the parents at the vigil, or did that change your mind? Okay. Uh, yes, yes. I did suspect them from the vigil. Yes, that's why I said earlier. I kind of blamed Candace on social media. I didn't blame her in front of everybody at no vigil. Let's get that straight. I didn't call her out or nothing, but I was listening to social media and all that. So I gave her an attack on social media, basically, is what I did. And then the next week I had a change of heart, and that's where I came out on the news and said I didn't have a change of heart and say, I'm sorry, Candace. I had a change of heart and said, I'm sorry I was listening to social media.
Right.
And I was at that point. I shouldn't have.
Anna, from what I can understand, they still haven't found that basement yet, where that trailer. It was where Dawn and Pam used to have their trailer sitting. Is where
Right.
the basement is, and they still
Right.
they never found it. Now there's a cellar under that one building that's up there by the house, and all that's in it is mason jars, bottles, and looks like a Christmas store, a Christmas ornament store shut down. Is a friend of mine who was a volunteer that went up there and worked and did the repairs on the house. That's what he said he found in that cellar.
And there you go, Anna, or hiding evidence. A lot of stuff on their property has been moved around during the course of this time. You are correct. They could be hiding evidence. Thank you. That's what I said as well. Watching the boys down the
Oh, sorry.
CPS is such a failure to kids as a whole. Thank you, Sasha.
Yes,
and it's
they
not
are.
just the state of it's not just the state of Tennessee. I see it in Harmony Montgomery's case. I see it in Sincere and Classic. I refuse to call them, Orrin and Orson West. But anyway, parents failing kids, CPS failing kids. What has this world come to? It literally, sometimes when I sit down at night and I journal, because it helps me, I literally get sick at my stomach thinking about what's happening in the world today. It literally makes me sick.
It's sad because there's so many people that would take them and would take care of any kid out there in need. You know?
Yes. If I would have known the Wells before and I knew little Summer was going through stuff, I couldn't have took all 4 kids, but I would have tried to. The least I would have done was again report it.
Right. I know,
But
it's all good. I know they wouldn't let Chris in there. My friend that went up there wasn't supposed to do the things he did, but he did it. He signed that non-disclosure agreement, but he searched that property anyways. I'm hoping to get him to come on here and talk one day and answer questions.
Who?
My friend that went up there and did the work to the house after the boys were
Oh,
took.
okay. Oh, that would be good. That would be good.
And I'm trying to
be
find
good.
out if he put a lock on that downstairs door, because remember they said they had to put a couch in front of that door to keep it shut.
Yeah.
Well, when Chris was there was a deadbolt on that door. So
Yes,
I'm trying to find out if the volunteers installed that lock.
And here's another thing kind of surprising to me. That basement door was thoroughly locked whenever they reported her missing and law enforcement got there. So if it had been unlocked all day, they made it sure look locked up whenever, law enforcement got there.
Right.
And that's a fact that's a backup fact. I'm not just saying it. Yeah, it was locked. They verified it and confirmed it. So, yeah.
Exactly, Sasha. Bella Vita, remember?
Grandest is living in love. Yeah, they're yeah. Love and life right now without them kids. Don's not in a solitary there at the old Hawkins County Jail, but he is in a cell by himself. He can get out of that cell maybe an hour a day. I mean, that's what solitary means. Maybe 2 hours if the guards are really having a nice day and want to pop the cell doors for you for 2 hours. But in that course of the 1 or 2 hours that you're out of that cell, you are responsible for your shower, making your phone calls. You're not going to sit there and be talking to somebody else like in other pods where you can get out and you can talk to others or what have you. But Don is not having a good time in the Hawkins County Jail. I can tell you that right now. He is not.
Good.
Well, you never know. He spent most of his life in jail, single mom. Maybe he prefers it in there. Maybe
You
that's
could sit
what
there and
Candace.
think about all of
Maybe
his
that's
bad
what-
decisions.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. When I was in jail, and one day they saw a bad word on the back of my notebook or something, and I was put in solitary for 10 days. Oh my, I lost my sanity coming out of there. So I couldn't imagine, because when it came out he went to jail, they say he's going to have to do 6 months, and the sheriff said he will be in solitary confinement. I mean, I couldn't hack solitary confinement for 10 days. Did I ever put a cuss word on the back of a notebook again? No, but still, you know what I'm saying?
What comment is that, Bridget? I must have missed it.
I keep mentioning. What is it, honey? Go back to it. I missed it because.
Is that the one, Bridget?
I just keep saying where she mentioned something.
I don't know.
Oh, thank you, Mama, she says, thank you to Single Mama 4 for being a local voice. Honey, I'm not doing it for pats and all that. I'm doing it for Summer. But thank you for the compliment. Yes.
Bridget, you are welcome to put any comment on here, and if we don't see it, you just bring our attention to it.
We're sorry if we didn't see it, God
we'll
baby.
find somebody in chat that can.
Exactly, Storm baby. Candace wants a piece of Benny, so she don't care about Summer. Thank you. Oh, guys, I'm gonna have to get off.
Selena.
Guys, I want to get off of here. I don't have my charger, and I'm down to 5%, and it's telling me my battery's gonna click any minute. So I'd rather tell you I'm getting off of here right quick to charge my phone.
We've been going for about 2 hours now, anyways.
I'd rather just tell you that than beef off on you, but I appreciate. We don't care. I mean, it's all good. We're trying to do this for Summer. I appreciate Joe coming up on a panel, and for future references, I would like, if I'm involved in chattering things, this to stay an open panel where each time we do it, people are more than welcome to come and talk.
Right.
So,
right,
but I gotta let you go, or my phone is just, Yep. But I appreciate every last one. There it is. I was just saying. Do you see it? Bridget, is this the one I was saying that Hunter said Summer was not with Candace? I love y'all too. I'm addressing this real quick before my phone goes out. I was saying that Hunter said Summer was not with Candace the entire day. Yeah. Well, Hunter claims he was only at the house that day one time. No, it was confirmed he was there twice. So Hunter's a liar. No offense, but and Summer may not have been with Candace the entire day. I mean, Don claims he was at work that entire day. Come to find out, no, he wasn't. So, I hope that helped you, Bridget. And I'm sorry that if you got ignored on panels before with that. But my answer to that is, I think that, Yeah, liars, liars, liars. And if people would be honest in that group, we might get the timeline
You're
down
welcome
correctly.
anytime.
Oh, I love y'all too. I'll come back, I promise. Yeah, I love y'all.
Absolutely. Thank
What happened?
I don't know. Well, guys, I'm going to have to jump off here now. We're going to have to
Yep.
close it down. Joe, I greatly coming up.
Thank you for having me.
And anytime, you are more welcome. Sorry you didn't
Thank you.
get to talk much, but
No, it's all right. Believe me. Yeah, I
that was
usually
single mom's first time.
usually you can't shut me up. So I was trying my hardest just to be quiet and listen, not talk so much.
Well,
All right, have a good
seriously,
night.
get a hold of me though, because I do have a few questions I need help with.
All
You
right.
have a great night, Joe.
Yep, you too. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, hon. Thank you. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and shut it on down. Good night, buddy. And thank you all for showing up. And I'm not sure when the next live will be, but it'll be soon. Thank you, Cece. Thank you, Shalima. If you're still in here, sweetheart. Thank you all. It's all good. Jewel Weed, Bobby Brown, Sasha, Amy Conway, Anna. I'm trying to. Mom 4, Pink Butterfly, Lena, thank you. Storm Baby, hey, thank you for coming. Grandma, Gato or Gotu, not sure which. Thank you all, guys. Y'all have a good